The idea of chosenness, it's so endemic to who we are, and it goes beyond the scriptures. But I would also just try to reframe what you were just saying, because you were thinking about this as a problem. And I don't know that chosenness election is, I would say it's not a problem. I would say it's a question, right? And so do you need, as an observant Jew, to answer every question? I think we live in a very intellectual world, right? Post-Enlightenment, we're living in a society where questions are meant to invite pursual. And here's where a little bit I borrow from my Christian colleagues. And this, I would say, I am deeply influenced by the context in which I've been working for the past 10 years. I don't know that we need to answer every question. And I think that the category of mystery, rather than being a sort of source of embarrassment, right? If you say we have problems in our theological framework, then it's almost like you're admitting this embarrassing flaw in your tradition that you can't get around. But what if you framed it as, this is a truth claim that we make, and there are questions within this truth claim that we approach through the lens of mystery. In other words, we're limited. Our human brains cannot transcend the realm of the physical. We'll never know what it is to think like God, to act like God, to be God. And so that is where humanity meets the divine, right? We will not know. That's okay, right? So is it a problem or is it a question?
You say that you've been influenced from your Christian colleagues in the role of mystery. What do you mean by that? Are Christians more mysterious? Do they wear disguises? What are you drawing from?
I'm just a little dilettante in the world of Catholic theology. I don't even know. I'm just barely scratching the surface here. But there are truth claims made, and now I'm speaking specifically about Catholic theology, when it comes to the nature of God and God's relationship. I'm just going to say it, David, with Christ. And of course, I don't believe in the messiahship of Jesus, but I'm saying Christ. So what is the nature, right, of the Trinity? And there are multiple mysteries in the Catholic tradition. And actually, one of those mysteries is the particular status of the Jewish people. And especially after the Second Vatican Council, I don't want to bore everybody with dates and, the church's history. But in 1965, when the church did suggest that the Jews can be saved outside of faith in Christ, well, there's no way of answering how that works. And so a lot of these documents that talk about the Jews, that are modern documents, talk about it within the framework of mystery. And I read these documents and I think, at first I would just sort of roll my eyes, like, what a lazy way to deal with really interesting questions. But I'm now starting to think that maybe it's not lazy. Maybe there's something very rich that invites investigation, but also mystery has this inherent humility to it, right? It doesn't mean don't look. It doesn't mean don't learn. It just means recognize the limitations with which we work. But just going back to my main idea here, I think the heart of Jewish belief is election.